Hey everyone, welcome back to my tutorial. In this tutorial, I am going to show you how to create the matrix effect using HTML Canvas and JavaScript. Before proceeding further, please be sure to drop a like on this video, and subscribe to my channel, for more tutorials. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Open your code editor. Then create an HTML file. Use the style tag to style the body. Set background color to black. Set overflow to hidden. In the body, create a canvas element, with ID as canvas. Use the script tag, to include our JavaScript file. Create the JavaScript file. Let's declare the DOM selector for the canvas. Get the 2D context from the canvas, which will allow us to draw over it. Now, declare an empty streams array. Declare a fade interval variable, and set its value to 1.6. It will control the opacity of the characters, as they are pushed into a stream. Declare a symbol size variable, with value as 14. It will control the size of characters. Declare a FPS constant, with value as 30, which will control the FPS of our effect. Finally, declare a frame count variable, and set its value to 0. It will keep a track of number of frames passed. Let's start with declaring a random function, which will generate a random number, in between a given range. Declare a symbol function, which will act as a constructor, and will have x, y, speed, and opacity, as parameters. Let's refer these parameters to the symbol object itself, using this keyword. Now, just declare a class variable, value. Create another class variable, switch interval, and set it to random value between 2 and 25. Be short around this value. It will control the rate of changing characters. Now, declare a set to random symbol method. Create a char type variable. And set its rounded value to a random number, between 0 and 5. If frame count modulus switch interval equals to 0, we will use another if condition to check if char type is greater than 1 or not. If it is, we will set the symbol's value to a random katakana character from its Unicode value. Else we will simply set symbol's float value to a random number between 0 and 10. Now create a rain method, where we will change the Y position of the symbol. If symbol's Y position exceeds canvas's height, we will set it back to 0. Else we will add the symbol's speed to it. Now, declare a stream function, which will also act as a constructor. Create an empty symbols array. Create a class variable, total symbols. And set its rounded value to random number, between 5 and 35. Create another class variable, internet speed, and set it to a random number between 5 and 20. Create Generate Symbols method. Which will have X and Y positions as parameters. Create a variable, opacity, whose value will be 255. Now we will use for loop to create a new symbol, which will run for total symbols times. Create a new symbol. And pass the X and Y positions, stream's speed, and opacity to it. Now, call the setToRandomSymbol method of the created symbol. Push this symbol into the symbols array. Decrease the opacity by this expression, which will create a soft fading effect as new symbols are added to the stream. Also, decrease the Y value by symbol size, which will result in symbols stacking one above the other. Create a render method, where we will render the symbol. We will use for each loop to iterate over the symbols array. Set context's fill style to RGBA 0, 255, 70, and opacity to symbols opacity. Use context's fill text method to create colored text. Pass symbols value and symbols X and Y position to it. Call the rain and setToRandomSymbol methods. Let's declare a setup function, where we will set up our canvas. set canvas's width and height to windows inner width and inner height. Set context's fill style to black color. Use the fill rect method to create a black background with coordinates 0, 0, canvas's width, and canvas's height. Create a x variable with value as 0. Create another variable, where we will store the number of streams that can be rendered, by dividing canvas's width by symbol size. Use a for loop, to iterate for stream number times. Create a new stream. Call the generate symbols method, and pass x, and a random number, between -2000 and 0 to it. Push the stream to streams array. Increment the x variable by symbol size. At last, set context's font to symbol size pixels and name to console as. Let's declare one last function draw, where we will render our streams. Set context's fill style to RGBA, black, with 0.6 opacity. It will create a sort of trailing effect, as the streams fall down. Use the same fill rect method that we used in setup function. Now, we will iterate over streams array, using for each loop, and call the render method of each stream. Time to call the functions. Call the setup function first. Now use setInterval to call the draw function and increase the frame count by 1 for each frame. Since we are calling the set interval for each frame, set the interval time to 1 divided by FPS, which is time taken by each frame, multiplied by 1000, since the interval time is in milliseconds. So our final effect is ready. I will run this effect on Chrome, since it is much smoother there than on Firefox. it's looking great. If you want to change color of the matrix, just change the RGB values in the render method of stream function. So that's all for today. Hope you have enjoyed the tutorial. Please be sure to drop a like on this video, and subscribe to my channel, for more such tutorials. So, I will meet you next time. Till then, good luck, and peace.